YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with a few words of wisdom for you guys. I just want to jump into this because this is the reality for so many women, and a lot of women are in denial. So we got to be honest with ourselves if we want to make a difference. And I want to just first start by saying that a lot of women are attracted to men who don't even like them. Let's just keep it a buck. There are a lot of women out here, and it goes both ways, but a lot of women are trying to force themselves into relationships with men who don't even like them. And as we hear women talk about their types, my type is 6 feet, he got to be 6 feet tall, he got to have a little swag, he got to have this, he got to have that. A lot of times, these women are going after these particular guys, but these guys are not even really attracted to them. And I think this is why women find themselves in bad relationships. Because listen, you got to understand a man. If you're attracted to him and you're looking to give him the attention, and give him the things that he's looking for, he's going to play a part in that. If he's that type of guy and you're running behind him and you're trying to chase him and you're trying to do everything you can to keep him, he's going to play along. That's just what it is. But a lot of times women are complaining and crying and talking about how they've given their all to certain men, that they're tired of fighting the race and out here in a rat race of dating and getting involved with guys who are they type, by the way, and it's not working out. These men are just running them, in circles and not really being what they need them to be and not really doing the things that they want them to do. It's because that's your type and you're not necessarily his type. And I think this is a problem a lot of women have. They're looking for a certain type of man that fits their type. They're looking for all of these lists of things where they can check off a box and say, this is what I like, this is what I like, and I will not settle for anything other than what I like, not understanding that the man who is going to be good for you, he may not fit your aesthetic type. And this is where people have a problem because they gotta have this and they gotta have that. Well, you've had certain things in the past that fit your type and it never worked out for you. And I think a lot of people in general, women and men now, let's be honest, are struggling with this because they have to have a certain thing aesthetically when they're looking for a partner or a mate or a spouse or a husband, wife, whatever. And those are the type of women and men that have caused you problems in the past. So in order to get what you really want, you got to change that type. You got to start looking at another type. But I think for women, it's a bit harder because they will not settle. When you hear women say they won't settle, they're talking about they're not going to settle for anything other than their type. So they're hoping and praying that they can manifest the type of man that brings all of the qualities that they're looking for and is their type. And I think that's where they're having the most difficult time ever. And I think this whole type situation is what's causing women and men a problem on the dating scene, because y'all are so stuck on the illusion and delusional aspect of dating to where it's yielding you single and you're not getting what you want. And this is why I always say, listen, know what you want, know what's most important. So if aesthetics and looks are what you want and that's what you're attracted to, then you may get that, but you may not get a committed man. You may not get a loyal man. You might have to share that man. This is why they say men with options, they come with a lot. They have options. So you might be in a rotation, he's sharing you with a bunch of other women. And if that's not what you want, if you want monogamy, if you want a man that's just for you, then you're going to have to change your type. That's just what it is. Because I don't know what it is about this type. It's something we were raised upon. I don't know, that they were told, hey, you got to have your type. And everybody that I know who have gone after their type, like every little thing that they like, turned out to be toxic relationships. It turned out to be relationships that never worked out. And they keep going after that same aesthetic and they keep running into the same problems. So your type is the thing that's setting you up for failure. You needing a 6 feet tall man, a man with 6-pack abs. He got to look a certain way. He got to have this. He got to have that, is the reason why a lot of women are single. And you're giving your all to the wrong person because the look of it all is what you really like. But the most important things, the values and the things that you want as well, are lacking because that person does not have all of that. When you start looking outside of your type and start to become more attracted to the things that matter, you'll find yourself in a much happier place with a much happier relationship and something that actually could last. But as long as we're out here looking at, oh girl, he gotta have this. Some women say the man gotta be well endowed. He gotta have a certain size private part in order for you to want him. He gotta be able to perform the way you used to, even though the performance that you're looking for is all over the place because you've had access and exposure to so many different types of performances. So now that's going to be difficult for you to find and maintain. You might find a good guy who has a lot of the qualities that you want, but maybe that area he's not as well endowed as you want to be. So you walk away from that, and overall, and I say this a lot of times, people are missing out on the things that they really want for the superficial things that really don't matter. How do you think you're going to be successful in finding long-term committed relationships? This is why people are complaining and having problems in relationships, because the things that you're looking for are not based in the things that would maintain and sustain a relationship. You can't, oh, his feet too small. Oh my God, his pants too tight. Ooh, look how he dressed. He too short. Oh, his haircut is not like what I like. Oh, I'm used to dreads. But all the dreadhead men that you've had in the past didn't work out. So why are you still looking for that? See, it's a toxic mentality. It's a behavior that a lot of our women specifically need to change, and the men. Because there are men that come on my channel and say, hey, I need to have that booty. I need a big booty. And you've had big booties in the past, but did it work for you? She tried to take everything you had, left you paying child support, took all your pension, tried to mess you over. She was not what you thought she was, but she had a big booty. Now, do you want to keep on going through that, or you want something different? And so I think as a group of people, we got to start to change what's important and what matters. Because at the end of the day, you're going to end up by yourself. And if that's what you want, why go through all of the hassle just to end up by yourself if you really want to have companionship? It's just a waste of time. So this is why I say, listen, you got to reevaluate, rethink about the things that you want in a mate. And once again, when you hear these women say they will not settle for anything outside of their type. They really want Tupac in a suit. They really want their type. And if they can't have their type, they don't want it at all. And then what they try to do is finesse the guys who have the financial aspect that they're looking at. They want to finesse them and swindle them out of their money, because they know the guys that they really give the time of the day, the guys that they really go out of their way for, are the ones who are they type, and the ones that they really like, but those guys don't really like them and they don't want to be with them. That's why they're not with them. And you could go and have a baby for him and do all the things you think that will make him more interested in you, and it just never works out. And this way you have women crying, talking about, I gave my all, I love this man, and he just did me dirty, and he left me with a baby, and he went over and he was fooling with all these women. He's a cheater. Yeah, because that's his nature. That's what he wants to do. But you like him, so you gave your all, thinking that he gonna see you as a ride or die, thinking that by you having a baby for him, he's gonna level up and look at you as something special, and they never do. That's why those relationships don't work. So pick the people that want you. Build relationships with the people who want to build with you, not with the ones who are your type, and you're doing all the work and putting in all the effort, and they could care less. Give love to the person that is giving love to you. That is, if you want love and if you want stability, if you want something that's real, that's what you're going to have to do. Otherwise, you're just playing games. You're wasting time running in circles, and the outcome is always going to be what you've been getting. And if you don't want that outcome, you're going to have to do something different. That's all I'm saying. So listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Chime in the comments. I want to hear from you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.